All right, what's up, everybody? We are here, another episode of the Sports Clash. We missed the weekend, but we're here now, Monday. We'll have this out Tuesday morning, but we are going to recap the weekend. It was a fun one. I think the biggest news this weekend, at least the wildest news to me, was John Morant flashing a gun on IG Live for the second time.
Brilliant, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure his mom was happy on Mother's Day. Totally.
I mean,
I don't know how you do that again. I really don't. I just, you're really not that gangster to begin with. Uh, to then do it twice, there's the old saying, fool me once, shame on somebody. Fool me twice, shame on me, right? So shame on John Morant. I mean, you're in a position where you're influencing kids and stuff like that. Why you got a car dance? Nobody car dances anymore. Why you got a car dance with a gun? I get it's Memphis, but it is what it is. I don't think you should be doing that, Ja. Shame on you.
look, I don't know what the kids are doing these days. I certainly don't have any street cred, despite my cool Yankees hats. But I just, his friend even flashed the camera quickly away
Yeah,
when
he
he
knew.
saw that Jaw had a gun. He was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" Like, I mean, to think like I'm on IG Live. Let me get my let me get my gat
Put it
again.
back under the seat. It's unregistered. Yeah, we'll get pulled over in
My
200
God.
yards.
And
Yeah.
now, I mean, now there's this whole argument of, well, guns are legal. I mean, he's allowed to have one. It's not about that. It's about, as an NBA player, as a former number one overall pick, as a potential superstar. He was number one, right, or two. Was he two
I
behind
can't.
Zion?
I
It was
can't.
it
Oh,
was
Zion was definitely number
yeah,
one then.
it was
Yeah.
Zion, Ja, and RJ, I believe. But I mean, he's superstar, like potential through the roof. He's a highlight reel. He, on the court, he's got, somebody should be his kid, but he's a highlight reel. He could do anything. But you're a role model, and Charles Barkley's famous line, I'm not a role model. Yeah, he knows now. Barkley knows, and Barkley's always who he is. But Barkley also never did anything like this, and it's just, I don't know. It's just, you clueless. Do you just not care? That's it's one of those two things, or maybe both.
Right. It's almost frustrating because you can't really figure out what the hell are you doing. You're a middle class kid too. It's not like you came from the streets. Come on, Ja. Got to do better.
That's the thing I see on Twitter, like, you know, people saying you ain't even from the streets. Well, I mean, that kind of stuff is just, it's funny. It is what it is.
I
But
mean, when you get drafted, you to Memphis, you pretty much go to the streets. But still, come on.
yeah, true. So I don't know. I don't know what his future holds. I mean, if they said, if in fact it was a gun, his suspension will be lengthy. I mean, it was clearly a gun. I mean, it was quick, but it's easy to freeze frame that, and unless he's got a lifelike water pistol or something, it's when you do it the second time, it's kind of blatant. So I mean, I think he's might be out all next year. He's not going to be done. These guys get all the chances in the
No, of
world.
course not.
I
Yeah.
mean, the only way you're done is kind of a Henry Ruggs scenario, or worse, with some we've seen in the NFL. But like,
Unless you play the
it,
basketball at Alabama.
I'm not gonna get into that. But
Yeah, didn't expect that one, did you? But it's the
uh,
truth. Nah, he didn't do anything technically wrong. The big issue before was it was in public in Colorado. This is an Instagram live video, but you know what? I always say the internet's a bad idea, but this is user error, Ja. This is user error. So I'd go ahead and take all those guns that you have in your house, in your car, wherever, tell your friends, go ahead and put them somewhere where you're just never going to touch them. Just don't do it. You
yeah.
got people for that. You got millions of dollars. I'd hire somebody.
It's the thing. Like, are you sitting, with the gun next to your bedside, waiting for intruders, or do you have? You're a multimillionaire. I'm assuming he has bodyguards, and then, people watching over his home wherever he's staying. You would think. I mean, I
Who
also
knows?
wouldn't have thought that he would do this twice, but I mean, it's crazy. It's sad, really, because he's so talented. He's a ton of fun to watch.
Dude can
But
jump out of the gym, that's for sure.
yeah,
He'd probably run away from anybody with a gun too. So,
yeah, yeah.
but I think it's a larger topic here. It's just really the platform of sports and promoting things like that.
Yeah.
It's just not okay anymore. Not in
No,
this day and age.
no. I mean, the kids look up to you, and I'm not gonna get into a whole thing here and preach, but it's silly. Yeah, it's anyway. I don't want it to. I don't want to take that to take away from the great NBA playoffs that have been going on.
Phenomenal.
It's been a blast, and I know some of that for me has been the Knicks have been in it, and I've been really into it. But I mean, I'm very excited for this round coming up. Now we'll start with Sixers Celtics. Sixers had them. They had them not in Game 7. Well, at a point they were up, but Game 6 at home, you're leading late, and then Jason Tatum
Let's
just went
go.
off, and then the dude did not stop in Game 7. PJ Tucker went off in the first quarter, but that's not going to be enough. PJ Tucker's not going to go off for more than 4 or 5 minutes. So they were calling it the PJ Tucker game in the first quarter. He had like he had like 15 points or something in the first. He was going
Oh
off.
god, PJ Tucker was the last pick in pretty much every NBA 2K draft that we did together as a defensive
That's a,
specialist, offensive rebounder. So yeah, it definitely wasn't the PJ Tucker game. But yeah, Tatum Tots, man, dude, he crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. They took it over and ran away with it. And poor James Harden. I don't want to say poor James Harden, but holy crow! I mean, you didn't fade into the bushes like your Homer Simpson in that game. I don't know what that's called. Then I mean, I want to stick a fork in him and say, "Look, you're out of shots here." But somebody will give him a shot there. He's no longer that elite, consistent scorer. He's got flashes of brilliance, but man, if there's a big game, don't call Harden's number. It's just it's just never going to work out. The Celtics were the better team, in my opinion. They were deeper. They played better defense. You got Marcus Smart running the point. He can take on some of these point guards that are, like a Jamal Murray, somebody like that, who are primarily scoring point guards and play some great defense. So I'm very happy that the Celtics are the team that advanced because I think they're the better team. But you know,
I'm not happy.
Sixers lost it, man. I mean, Joel
That's what I'm
Embiid,
saying.
happy you got your MVP, but you got to get out of there. And Josh Harris led teams not too good for my Commanders, but you know what? We'll get into that a little later,
Uh,
probably.
yeah, I mean, but it's where I don't know where you go with the Sixers now. I mean, like you said,
Tear it down.
I don't know what you do with Harden. Does Doc Rivers stay? I mean, right now you look at that team and it's Embiid and what
Maxey had a great
Tyrese
series too.
Maxey.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
mean,
can't discount him. He was incredible.
I can discount him. He's
Tobias Harris is a good player. He didn't really do
yeah,
much.
yeah, sure. I mean, Long
Yeah.
Island guy. I know that. I mean, good player, but
I do think Doc is among the oldest coaches in the league, though. I don't know how much longer he's got in him. So we'll see. I think the Sixers need to start fresh. I think just the collective bunch of guys that you have don't mesh well together. And whether it's, through the draft or, whatever it is, free agency, I mean, you got to figure something out because you're always bowing out early. And that's a good fan base. That's a good city. It's a big city. It's a big market. You got to be a little bit better than that.
we're gonna be a lot better than that. They gotta build something. I mean, look, I don't love Philly and Philly fans, but I'm not a Mets fan, that hates the Phillies. I'm not a Giants fan who hates the Eagles. I'm kind of the opposite. So Philly to me is not what Boston is. Boston,
Right.
I cannot stand. And that brings me to the Heat. And by the way, Dallas just scored. Game 7's going on right now. Dallas cracking. They're up 1-0. It's gonna be a fun ending here. The series has been kind of crazy back and forth, but we'll see. We'll follow that on. But um, so yeah, I don't even want to do this, but my Knicks stick a fork in them. They're done. It was look going into the series, they were the favorites. Jimmy Butler was kind of contained the whole series. They did a good job of that. Bam was great. You
Bam was
got
great.
you got Max Struess, Duncan Robinson just draining threes. It's frustrating. It was very frustrating. The Knicks won 2 or 3 at the Garden, but that one they lost cost them because they couldn't take one in Miami. And Jalen Brunson in that game, and obviously I'm coming from that game from a Knicks centric point of view. Jalen Brunson put on one of the best Knicks playoff performances I've seen. And sure, you can make the joke I haven't seen a lot, but I'm old enough. I'm old enough to remember the late '90s and those teams and how we dominated the Heat in those series in the '90s, early 2000s with Hardaway and Morning, got into those fights, but we came out on top most of the time against them. And you had great performances back then from guys like Latrell Sprewell and Oakley and all them. But this was just, he put the team on his back. Was it 42 points? I think. He couldn't miss. He kept them in a game that should have been over earlier. He was unbelievable, but he got no help. No help.
Zero. None. None whatsoever. I mean, you hope that his performance puts him a little higher up in the hierarchy of Knicks history than like John Starks, and he's not just owning a Kia dealership after his playing days. He's got a ring or something. But he was incredible from a third-party perspective. Not really a Knicks fan. Kind of a Knicks apologist, though. A Julius Randle apologist for sure. He faded, definitely. I've been calling him a superstar for years, but you got to be a superstar between your ears to be successful in the league, too. And that's one thing that separates LeBron as well. But Jalen Brunson was incredible, and you got to be excited because you guys found a diamond in the rough. Somebody who hadn't really been given the shot that he was given to play ISO ball like he was in New York. Drops 42. Feel bad for the guy because he made the last turnover of the game too, and of course, you
Don't even talk
just
about that.
yeah, I know. I felt so bad. I was like, you can't even just like look at him and
He was triple
you
teamed. They
want
had
to you want to
nobody.
just hug him.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There was nobody to help him, and he was just a man on an island in the garden. And I mean, kudos to him. Really well done. And I mean, he's going to be there, I hope, for a while.
That's a
But
centerpiece right there.
you don't have a where do the Knicks go from here? You don't have a first round pick because Mark Cuban's the devil. Uh,
We might. We
okay,
might. It all depends on the lottery. If
okay,
it's 10 or higher, or 10 or lower, then the Mavs keep it. But if they fall in the lottery and it goes to 11 or 12, the Knicks get that pick. So
okay.
the lottery keeps it alive. I mean, obviously, because they finished 10th,
Freaking basketball, man!
the
I didn't know
odds,
that.
yeah, the odds are that they will get the 10th pick. But it's a lottery. I mean, the ball pops out, who knows? And maybe the NBA, here's what I'm hoping. The NBA kind of, they wanted to punish them. They wanted to punish them a little bit for tanking those last couple games. They gave them a little pocket change suspension for Mark Cuban. It was nothing. But I think maybe they'll play.
250,000. That was pretty big, right?
It's Mark Cuban.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
come on.
true.
That's nothing. It's literally if I lost, for me, if I lost $5.
So is this going to be an NBA
Well, this is
Reddit
what I'm saying. It's
conspiracy
coming.
theory from
It's
you?
coming.
Okay.
This is going to be the NBA. The fix is in here. This is their backhanded way to punish the Mavs. They're going to pick them 11th. They got the ball. They will take it, and the Knicks will be that pick. That's my hope.
Well, I hope that for you too, because it's a pretty decent college basketball draft. There's a lot
Yeah.
of parity in college basketball this year. There were probably like 8 to 10 top teams that all had top talent on them. So, I mean, depending on who's leaving, who's staying, who's transferring in collegiate sports, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you get that pick, you're probably going to get a quality player. But if not, still have a second rounder, right?
Yeah. Pretty sure
Here's
we
my
have a second
thought.
round.
First, I don't know if any
I
mock
think so.
drafts have happened after that, but right after the NCAA tournament, I saw some projections. Guy like UConn Sonogo or Sonovo or whatever his name is was projected as a second rounder. He's a nice big man to put inside, a good body to put inside next to Randall, some heart too, some guy that's going to play Thibodeau style basketball. If he falls, I think he'd be a quality pick. He's a local guy, people like him. He's obviously not a local guy, but he played at UConn. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And I think he could be a
Sonogo,
solid
though.
four. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was a beast in the tournament, playing tournament style basketball is playing with your back against the wall. And to me, that's when you really show out. That's when Jalen Brunson was a college superstar, too. In the tournament, that dude could take over a game. So that was my thought process. I don't know if he'll be
I'm
there
sold. If
or
he's like
whatever,
Jalen
but
Brunson, I'm in. I'll take it.
well,
But
he's like probably like a foot taller and like 100
yeah,
more
yeah,
pounds.
yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, you get what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
He'd be a solid four, solid five in a rotation with Mitchell Robinson and Julius Randle if Randle isn't run out of town by then. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's happening right now. People are talking about Carl Anthony Towns, everything, but Cat's owed so much money, stupid money, and I mean, comparing him and Randall, it's closer than I would say people think. I'm not gonna just
I agree.
toss away Randall here.
Nope.
Look, if you can make a move and bring in a superstar and package, fine. But I'm not gonna run the guy out of town. I mean, he's shown he could play. You
At a
obviously
very
need
high
you
level.
obviously yeah, you obviously you need something else here. But Brunson, Hart, Barrett, the centers, Robinson and Hartenstein both had very good years. There's a core here, but anyway,
Obi was great too.
yeah,
Obi was
Obi
great
was
too.
good, and he can get better. I'd like to see him shoot less threes and just kind of run on the
Dunk
fast
it.
break. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd like to see him develop a kind of a move on inside because usually most of his dunks are just he's breaking away and gets an alley oop. But I don't want to take too much more time on the Knicks. They
Bing bong.
lost. They
It's
lost.
over.
They lost. The Heat won, and now it's Himmy Butler against Jason Tatum. It's battle of the hymns. It was it's gonna be fun. I mean, Spoelstra has the coaching advantage easily. He has it basically no matter who he's playing. Jimmy Butler can go off. The Celtics are a very good team, but I'm me. Look, I'm
Yeah.
obviously rooting against the Celtics.
Yeah. I know.
I saw what the Heat can do. The Knicks were a good team. They took care of Cleveland, a good Cleveland team, easily. Uh, but my my heart says Heat in seven. My head probably says Celtics in six,
Go with the head. Yeah.
but I'm gonna
I
I'm gonna go I'm gonna go I'm gonna go with the heart. Heat in seven, baby.
Ew, ew. I think the
Boston's
Celtics
done.
walk all over them. No way. Absolutely
Boston's
no way.
done.
No way.
They
I
walk all
completely
over them.
walk all over them. Yeah, they're what, the number 1 seed playing the 8 seed or the number 2
Okay, I
seed playing the
mean
8 seed?
the eighth seed has beaten everybody else that they've
Yeah, but
played.
that's a sample
They're in the Eastern
size. That's
Conference
82
Finals.
games to show you who is the better team. Give me 7, I'll take the team that proved it over 82. I think the Celtics win. I'm a big fan of Peyton Pritchard too. I don't know why I just had to throw his name in there. I love him.
Heat and seven. Peyton Pritchard. Get out of here.
All right, let's see. Well, we'll revisit this discussion in about 3 months when the NBA playoffs are over.
Yeah. I think there's one game a week out now for the rest of
Dude,
the playoffs.
it's
It's
ridiculous.
insane. It's stupid, but
It's the best type of basketball, though. So milk
it
it,
is.
and
It's must see
I'm
TV.
cool with the milking it. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Every game is going to be great. And now, so that's the East, but you got the West. I mean, last episode we had the deciding game on of Nuggets. They dominated them. I had the bet on them. It was easy money on the Nuggets. The Suns obviously didn't have it. We'll see what they do. I mean, they have something to build off of with Durant and Booker, but I mean, you look at the Nuggets. That I don't know how much time you want to spend on Warriors Lakers, but I'm looking at Nuggets Lakers, and everybody's like, "Oh, Lakers Celtics final, Lakers Celtics final. The fix is in." Blah blah blah. The Nuggets are gonna
Yeah,
roll over the Lakers.
I think so too. As much as I love LeBron,
Wow, I'm
LeBron's 38 years
surprised.
old, and Anthony Davis seems to play every other game. It just, if he can get the block party in game after game against Jokic, he's still got to deal with the rest of the team, and Jokic facilitating. I mean, I think the Nuggets the Lakers are a little too old, a little too slow, and it's going to take a lot of D'Angelo Russell if they're going to actually take a, take this series or even come close to taking this series. But if I know D'Angelo Russell, and I do, because he played at Ohio State, uh,
You and best
he
buds, right?
likes, yeah. Oh, we're best. We had econ together. No, he
Oh,
didn't.
ooh,
He was there after me,
oh,
after
okay.
the Greg Oden era.
You don't
But
have to
anywho,
tell. Just say you had a class together with him. You knew all about him.
you think you see any of the athletes there?
Gross.
Absolutely not. No way. But he takes possessions off. He doesn't play defense. So, and it's kind of important in the playoffs, especially when you got a guy like Jamal Murray that you're going to have to guard, or Michael Porter Jr. is going to slip out on the wing and hit pretty much every three I've seen him take this playoffs. So I don't think the Lakers have enough to beat them. I mean, if Schroeder and Russell have a great series, they have a chance. But I don't think LeBron and AD can get it done themselves. I think the Nuggets are just too good. Plus, when you get old, you go to high elevation, tough to play. LeBron, good luck, mile high.
Yeah,
That
he's
doesn't affect pro athletes, just me.
Well, in football, maybe. Who knows? But I say Nuggets. I think Nuggets in five. I'm gonna go five. Like I maybe six, but I'm going five. Like I think the Lakers maybe get a game in LA, but I don't think they win in Denver.
No,
I really
not
don't.
at all.
I think and maybe this is me just making sure in my head that Boston doesn't win, but I'm saying even if they get past the Heat, the Nuggets are winning it all, no matter who wins that East.
I hope so. I think a guy like Jokic has earned it for sure. I mean, he's got enough individual accolades. The guy cares about the team, though. I'd love to see him win it. I'm going to go Nuggets in six, just because you said it first, and I think you were right. And then you went five. So let's go Nuggets in six because I love just beating you. I'm going to go that $1 bet. Price is right, right above you.
Yeah, I took the odds. I took a higher payout there. I went a little crazy, but it's okay. All right, I'm in. But it's been fun. It sucks my Knicks are out, but I'm excited for these series. It's gonna be some fun basketball. But
Definitely, for sure.
NHL, you got one series left. Like I said, Stars cracking. Game 7 right now. It's Dallas 1-0. I'd like to see Dallas win. I'm tired of these expansion teams. I'm tired of them. They've won enough. I don't need Jordan Everly playing anymore. Like it's enough's enough. I like the Stars here. But speaking of expansion teams, Vegas took Edmonton down. I've been
Dude, there were
harping on
3
how
goals in like 2 minutes in that game. It's
was it
ridiculous.
Marchessault? I think he had a hat
Oh,
trick.
no, he just destroyed the entire second period. He had 3 goals in a row in the second
Yeah.
period, but it was Vegas within 55 seconds, I think it was, and then 2 straight from, the Oilers within the next minute and a half. It was an incredible opening to the game, and then the second period was that dude, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name, Marty. Yeah, 3 goals. It's
John
unreal. I can't believe it. I put in a
Brady.
bet on probably 4 guys to score a goal at any point throughout the game. Not one of them was him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I
That's
had
what
a fun
happens
time
though.
watching that game.
And now Canada's done. Canada's out.
Canada's out? Oh, I didn't
And
even realize that.
Edmonton's done and Toronto's done.
Oh, Canada.
Oh,
Oh.
Canada.
Jack Eichel, by the way, is a star. I like watching that guy play. He was, I think, the same draft as McDavid. I don't think gets enough credit.
He's been a star. I mean, Buffalo, and I'm buddies with a Sabres fan, and he's like
Oh,
basically like good riddance. But I, the guy had some issues here and there, but he's a star. He's a scorer. I would have loved him on the Islanders. Vegas grabs him, and look where they are now. I mean,
right.
conference finals. So good on them. It'll be interesting. They'll play winner of this game. So
Go Stars.
go Stars. I'm in on the Stars. Like I said, they gotta take down the Kraken, and then they gotta take down Vegas, get rid of these expansion teams. Vegas been in the league what 5 years now, something like that.
That's
But
it.
on the other side, the Maple Leafs are done. John Tavares loses again. Sorry, Johnny. The Panthers. I mean, I looked at that series. The Maple Leafs scored 2 goals in every game. It was enough for them to win one of them. But the Panthers are good. And we talked about the Canes beating the Devils. We won't harp on that anymore. I won't put you through that again.
I
But
appreciate you.
lifelong Devils fan. I know it's hard.
Again, Josh Harris owned team. This is just painful. Just bought the Commanders. Second round exit.
You just got
Oh.
to go all in on the Josh Harris teams now.
No, we don't. That's a losing bet.
Got to do it. Got to become a Sixers fan.
Yeah, probably not going to happen, especially after this series. That was pretty embarrassing. But yeah, Canes look like the strong team out of the East to me, and Stars to the West, or Stars in the West for me. I think the Canes win it all.
I think so. I mean,
They're fast.
they're fast. They are unbeatable at home. They have an unbelievable record at home in the playoffs the last 2 years. I think they've lost maybe 2 home playoff games, one to the Islanders, but uh, they're very good, and they don't. It's Brindamore. It's the defense. It's the way they play. And it's not pretty. It's not even fun, but it's just good.
He's an
It looks.
incredible interview, by the way, too. Brindamore.
Yeah.
He always looks like, Why the hell are you asking me that question?
He's just pissed off all the time. He doesn't want
All
to
the
be there.
time. It's awesome.
He's like, did you see the new episode of Ted Lasso with Roy Kent taking the press conference?
Yeah.
What do you
Yes.
want?
What do
Does
you want?
not want to be there.
He's here. He's there. He's everywhere.
Roy Kent. So hockey, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's the playoffs, baby. It's just it's been good to watch. I mean, with my Islanders out, I've been sparing here and there, but now you're down to four. Well, you'll be down to four in about an hour or so, and I'll be tuning in. I'm ready. I mean, championships are about to be decided. Two trophies gonna be handed out soon. It's it's a great time to be a sports fan.
Hell yeah! I mean, I'm into it as a casual hockey fan, as a casual NBA fan. I'm super into these series, super into the playoffs. I think these are two of the best sports to watch in the playoffs. I really think it's incredible the way that the energy changes in the room, in the building for the home teams in these games, and really the way that the stars show out. And it's so much fun to watch. I really love it.
Well, while these playoffs are going on, we got baseball going on. Our teams are having a fun time right now. I mean, the Yankees Rays had a crazy series over the weekend, back and forth. You know, the O's are playing well. Um, what happened tonight? Did Otani finish it off? Because I know, did he hit the cycle? He was like a double away from the cycle.
Yeah, he was three
Gotta
for
check on that.
three at one point, and he was pitching. But he gave up
But he
4
didn't. Yeah,
earned
he gave up
to
five
the
runs,
O's,
I
I
think.
believe. I think he gave up 5. Yeah, I think we had 3 homers against him, which is un-Otani like. But then he went and the only guy in the world who can go ahead and pick himself up. He doesn't even need the rest of the team. He just
That's
goes and
wild.
starts hitting again.
That's
But yeah,
wild.
O's have been great. I mean, Cedric Mullins hit for the cycle again on Friday, which was incredible to
He
watch.
does that
So
like once a month,
fun.
right?
I think he's done it twice now, which is impressive. I mean, he just on cue. It was funny because he was at the plate and watching the game. The announcers, Ben McDonald, Kevin Brown, were literally talking about it the whole time. Just a homer away from the cycle, like it was something that was completely expected, and then it just happened. And it was probably like 8 to 10 minutes of lead up to them being exactly correct and him crushing that ball. And it
Right.
was a lot of fun to watch. But they're playing great baseball individually and as a team.
It's great. The AL East is ridiculous. It's I mean the Red Sox are kind of fading a little bit. They're I guarantee you the Red Sox will be in last place in that division by the end of the year. What I'm interested in is who is going to miss the playoffs in the AL East. I'm going to go ahead and say the Rays are in. I'm going to put my Yankees in, and I'm going to put your O's in.
Ooh, okay. Wow.
Right now, if the playoffs started today, Tampa Bay, Baltimore, Toronto, and the Yankees would all be in.
I fucking hate Toronto.
And the Yankees beat up on them tonight. They are the team in the East that I respect the least.
Agreed.
I hate the Red Sox the most. That goes without saying. I now hate the Tampa Bay Rays almost just as much, if not. We haven't even
They're
played the Red Sox yet.
infuriating.
They are so frustrated. But I mean, the Yankees had a great comeback against them. They finally kind of woke up. I mean, Judge is back and he's hitting homers, and Rizzo's following him up. Anthony Volpe's playing great. But they we should have won Sunday too. Could have taken 3 or 4, made a little dent in that lead. We didn't, but
Tough to
it
sweep
is
the
what it is.
Rays, dude. I mean, when you got all those analytics, all those stats, and that's what you're going on, I mean, you're playing Moneyball. You're playing not to get swept. You're playing to win 2 out of 3 for most teams.
Mhm.
That's what they've been doing. It's impressive, but it's frustrating because, heck, if I know anybody really on the team outside of Brandon Lau and Wander and all the all the guys that I know are hurt glass now. Like, I mean, it's just an incredible thing that they're doing year over year, to be that successful with this really low payroll and this model that
I
they
don't
have.
get it.
Like,
I don't understand it. I'm just convinced they're cheating. I'm just gonna
I know
just
you
baseless
texted me that the other
claims.
day. Yeah,
Throwing out
exactly.
baseless claims. I have no idea. But there's no other explanation for Jose Siri just hitting bombs off Garrett Cole. Like, come on. Come on.
Spider tack. No sticky stuff for Garrett.
Oh, get out of here. with that. Maybe Grayson Rodriguez could use some of that spider attack. What do you
Dude, he
got?
totally could.
8 runs tonight? Yeesh.
Our fantasy team with Shohei pitching and Grayrod pitching was what was the ERA like 900?
It was bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It was very bad. I
It's
want to
normally very good.
no, I want to play a little game with you here for baseball.
Oh,
I was gonna
okay.
tell you about this, but I forgot. But we got a couple minutes left, and I want to play. I want to play the goods, the bads, and the shitties. And
I love it.
I want to take a look at recent baseball right now and pick one good. Now, Chris and I, we like to call really good players just he's a good, and the bads they're bads. You got Chris's fantasy team loaded with a bunch of bads, and then you got the shitties, and those are the branded fats of the world. It's very
Whoa, whoa! Too early to call.
the
Too
world.
soon.
Too early to call. I'm not going to call him a shitty yet,
Yeah,
but I
he may
want to
not be
look.
a good yet.
May not be a good yet. He's definitely not a good.
Potential good.
But I want to pick one for each. I'll go first. I'll give you some time to maybe brainstorm and think. We got a couple of minutes left in the recording here, but my good right now, Anthony Rizzo. He's absolutely on fire. He's hit 3 home runs. He's in top 10 in the American League in batting average, on base percentage, home runs, runs scored, OPS, and he's third in hits. He's having an unbelievable year. He's, I think, 18th. I was looking it up before, so that's why all the numbers are there. He's, I think, 18th in WAR for position players. He's been incredible. For the bads, I'm going to give it to Grayson Rodriguez, and I apologize, but he's not a bad right now, but he's being a bad. He's acting like a bad. We need him to be good. He's struggled lately. His first like 5-6 starts were very good. He was going 5 innings, only giving up a couple hits. I think he's going to rebound, but right now he's unfortunately acting like a big bad.
It's just it's all a show. He's just masquerading as a bad. He's a great in disguise. That's what it is.
He's a great
Potential for
guy.
greatness. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. And my shitty. I mean, I'm upset to say this, and it's just he's not even playing right now, and I'm giving it to another Yankee, but I'm very upset with Carlos Rodon right now, and I can call Rodon a shitty for not playing, but you signed this contract. I mean, it's time to go. Like you're having back problems. I have back problems. I'm not getting paid millions of dollars. I'm still going out and mowing my lawn and weed whacking, going up the hills in my yard. You know, earn your money. Let's go. And he's getting some cortisone shots right now. He's all of a sudden he's going to start pitching, but it's time to go. But who you got, Chris? I hope I gave you time to do a little brainstorm here.
I got a couple. Right now, my good for pitchers is going to be Nate Eovaldi. I've got him on multiple fantasy teams, and deep in the heart of Texas in the hot weather, Nate Eovaldi's just effective. He's just fantastic. The dude can't pitch in the cold. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and take that guess. He just was not a good cold weather pitcher. That dude is absolutely crushing. I think he had 2 out of 3 of his last games were complete games, over 10 strikeouts in both. So absolutely incredible. He's my good for right now.
He's
He
consistently a good. He's been good in the AL East for a while, in the American League now. Still, he's a good.
His career numbers I was actually looking up yesterday were surprising to me. A lot better than I thought they were going to be. So yeah, he's my good. Uh, in terms of my bad, I'm going to go ahead and talk about a guy who has burned me this year, and who probably has burned a lot of fantasy owners, and that's Jose Miranda. Jose Miranda, I thought was going to be a 300 hitter in the majors, and Jose Miranda is a 3A hitter instead at AAA. So a little bit mad at Jose Miranda for my dynasty team's sake and my redraft team's sake.
Spending
Uh,
too much time on Broadway watching his cousin's shows.
Is that a thing? Oh,
Yeah,
Lynn.
he's his cousin. He was at Yankee
No,
Stadium.
he's not.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Oh, wow, that's
yeah.
incredible.
The more
Well,
you
I'm glad
know.
I brought him
Yeah,
up just because of
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Lin-Manuel Miranda, you're really good at what you do. Jose Miranda, you're not very good at what you do. Yeah, so let's figure that out. But yeah, and then he's my bad for now. He could be my shitty. But my shitty's probably going to go to Lodolo because I'm really mad at him.
I was gonna give
He's
it to him too.
Yeah, he's a good. We both know he's a good,
Me
but
too.
right now, big shitty, big
Big
poop emoji. Yeah, big poop. So
I got a couple picks here. I was looking at. I'm gonna start with the NBA. I'm gonna start game one.
that's where I
Nuggets
was
late.
going.
Nuggets Lakers. I'm taking Nuggets -6. I think they cover. I think they win easy game one. I think the Lakers get punched in the mouth a little bit. I don't think they win in Denver this whole series. Maybe LeBron just goes crazy. Maybe Anthony Davis goes nuts. But like you said, I mean, it's going to come down to the kind of the role players having to play, and I don't think they can handle it. I think the Nuggets take it -6. Game one is tonight, Tuesday night, and then my other pick, I'm going Champions League Wednesday. Second leg, second leg, Real Madrid and Man City. Man City's big favorites, so I'm trying to win a little money here. Real Madrid, great Champions League team, great history, great team. Man City might be better, but the first leg was 1-1. This leg, I'm taking a draw no bet. I'm taking Real Madrid draw no bet +310. So if it's a draw and it goes to extra time and PKs, because this will be the deciding round, so we'll go to PKs. Then you're safe, you're good. But I think Real Madrid could maybe pull it out and +310. I think it's worth a shot, and you kind of have that safety net. I love the draw no bet. So
I know you do.
+310, I'll take that. What do you
Yeah,
got?
yeah, way better than taking the fake Madrid. So kudos to you there.
I
All
got the
right, sweet.
Real
The
Madrid.
Real, baby. Awesome. I was gonna second you on Nuggets -6 at home against the Lakers. As much as I love LeBron, want to see it happen one more time in my life. Don't think it does, especially not in Denver, like you said. My second pick was going to be Boston at home as well, absolutely destroying the Heat. If you're not that, not that confident in that, go ahead and tease both of those. I think you win on both the home teams. Yeah, exactly. Buy a few points back on that Celtics game because it's -8. So obviously the books are pretty good. They know what they're doing, but I'd
But
either put those two together or tease them as well because I think both teams, like we talked about previously, are solid and probably going to win this series. So give me the Nuggets at home, give me the Celtics at home, and that's the extent of what I got here for picks.
I like your first one. Don't like the second one, but yeah.
You think the Heat really beat the Celtics in the Garden, in TD Garden? Really?
I am completely unbiased. I just think Miami's got him. No bias here. No Boston hate. Just
Sure.
better team.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with my severe extreme
Zero
hatred for
things.
the city of Boston and their sports team.
No, has nothing to do with that. Not even close.
Dallas 2-0 right now, empty net. 2.5 minutes left. Looks like Dallas is going to close it out unless the Kraken have something up their Krakens. You never know.
Nice. So it was probably the lamest joke I've ever heard. But yeah, I think the Stars are going to move on here. I got one closing note for you. Just read on ESPN. Matty Ice moving over to CBS, but not retiring. What are we doing, bro? Come on.
Hmm?
He says he's taken a contract for a year being an analyst for CBS, but no. I'm not retiring at all. Who's going to take a guy that comes, sits behind a desk for a season, and then walks back onto an NFL team after having an absolutely poor year? Matt Ryan, come on, man. I've got an autographed Sports Illustrated with your name on it. It's not going to be worth much if you keep dragging this out. Just retire. If they want you, they'll call you. All right?
Wait,
God.
he's not retiring, but he's not playing next year.
Correct. Insists it wasn't a retirement post.
He's
Just
taking a
taking a
year
job
off.
at CBS.
Taking a
Yeah.
year off.
Yeah. It's like a gap year. You ever take one of those?
No,
Yeah.
don't have that luxury.
Exactly, because it's a millennial thing. Come on, Matt Ryan.
That's wild. I mean, hey, if he appears once for CBS, that'll be more than Tom Brady in his $1 billion Fox deal. And now the guy's trying to buy a team. I mean, he's trying to wiggle his way. He doesn't even want to be. He doesn't. He wants
The
out of that
Raiders,
thing.
right?
Yeah, Raiders.
Yeah. He's trying to buy 1% of the Raiders. I heard on the radio, Raiders are valued about $4 billion. That's what, $40 million to have like zero decision-making power. I don't really know. I mean, I know he's all in on the Vegas Aces WNBA team for like 2% or whatever, but 1% of an NFL franchise, as cool as that sounds, I just don't know if it's worthwhile there.
He just needs a piece in the NFL to like
What else is he
be
gonna
a
do?
part of it. Yeah.
Giselle left. I mean, come on.
Poor guy. I feel real bad for Tom Brady.
Right. My unpopular opinion that I love to share with people is I don't think he was ever really that good. Tom Brady, I don't know. I'm sorry. He was a 6th-round pick. I'm sorry. You went to the worst school in the history of the world in Michigan, and you played for the best coach in the history of the world with Bill Belichick. I just don't think you were ever really that good, Tom Brady. No offense.
I agree.
Pause for effect.
He didn't destroy my dreams every single year for the last 20 years.
Oh, all right. Sorry. I didn't mean to bring up some unresolved issues here. My bad.
He stinks. The guy stinks. He stunk. He was never good. The Jets beat him all the time. It was easy. I loved playing him. I loved playing against him. He was bad. He didn't win much.
Was he a bad?
He was probably a shitty, actually.
I'll give him that he was a good. I just don't think he was as great as everybody thinks he is.
Yeah, no, I mean, Belichick's won a lot since he's left with the Patriots. They looked incredible, and Brady really hasn't done much since he left the Pats. So,
Yeah, did you see the story on Todd Bowles, by the way? Going back getting his college degree. Let's go, Todd Bowles. Can't coach.
Bowles,
go to college.
Great defensive mind, great guy. Can't be a head coach.
Heck of a Redskin. Commander. Washington player.
I'll bleep that out. We'll bleep that out.
All right, sweet.
We'll
Thank you.
In post.
I got to work on that. My bad.
All right, bud. Always a fun time. Catch you soon.
All right, sounds good, man.
Night, everyone.
See you later.